With head basketball coach Joe Golding, I'm Grant Boone. The Wildcats tonight win a second straight game in convincing fashion, 81-67 over the highest scoring team in the Southland Conference, Houston Baptist. In fact, Coach, you held Houston Baptist to their lowest point total of the season, 67 points. They were averaging 85 coming in. Your associate head coach, Brett Tanner, whom you've kind of assigned the defense to, he relishes opportunities like this, doesn't he?
Absolutely, man. He was still going crazy in timeouts there in the second half. That's what I love about Coach, man. There's no scoreboard with him. There's a way he wants to play defensively. He challenges our guys each and every day to get to that standard. And, he's just he does an incredible job. We're so lucky and fortunate to have him. You and I talked about it on the radio. He's just done a great job with his team and really the last 3 years with us defensively. He learned it from Coach Casper. He's carried it on here, and I think he's tweaked it to his way, and he does an even better job than they did there at SFA years ago, and that's a credit because they were really good with Coach Casper. So I've got a ton of respect for Coach Tanner, and Coach Bostic's done a great job too as well on the defensive side of the ball. Coach Ted helps me out on the offensive side of the ball. Coach Ted's done a really good job. Coach Bostic helps Coach Tanner on the defensive side. Those guys probably don't get enough credit for what they do behind the scenes. They prepare for each opponent. We do things a little different here. They don't each have a scout, if that makes sense. There's a defensive side of the ball. There's an offensive side of the ball, so they're involved in every scout. That's asking a whole lot of them. Our guys know in the locker room how much I hold them accountable and how much responsibility I give those guys. And those guys have a ton of responsibility. Our guys understand that, and our guys are very coachable. We're very lucky to have this group. It's been a fun group to coach as far as being coachable. And so I think that's a credit to them on both sides of the ball.
You told me before the game that you wanted your team to be willing to give up an open shot for a wide open shot. You wound up tonight with 24 assists on 29 made field goals. Did your team do that?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll get back and watch tape tonight on it. But, I think our guys did a really good job of turning some shots down, and we haven't really done that maybe the last 2 or 3 weeks. We might took some quick shots, and I thought tonight we did a really good job of turning some down. And I love that possession in the second half. We probably made 3 or 4 too many passes, and we got a 3-second call, but that's okay. The ball's moving, man, and the more the ball moves, the better we are offensively. So I think our guys are really buying into that and trusting each other and doing a better job of playing inside out. But I think there's a reason we shoot. I don't know if we shot over 50% of the first half. Exactly. It was 55. And we had 13 assists, 5 turnovers in the first half. So, again, doing a better job of taking care of the basketball and then obviously doing a better job of making the right reads and making the right passes and getting the right shots.
Early in the game, Clay Gaiman was active. His teammates found him, and he scored early. He wound up with 19 points to lead the team. You moved him into the starting lineup after the loss to Northwestern State. You've had 2 blowout wins since then with him at the 5 spot. Just take me through the decision. You've got a deep team, so a lot of guys have started games for you. I don't know that there was any magical part about it, but he's responded, hasn't he?
Yeah, we're just holding guys accountable to doing the things that we want to do. We have a standard that we want to play at, and Clay's done a great job of working all year, and he deserved the opportunity. I think the last, really this whole year, Clay's done a really good job of trying to buy into what we're trying to get him to do. Over the last month, I've seen a lot more growth of him. I think twofold tonight. Number one, his teammates did a great job of throwing him the basketball. They started 4 guards tonight, so we had a guard guarding him, so our guys did a good job of getting the basketball in there, and then he did a great job of finishing. He also is doing a great job of getting the ball out when it's getting thrown in there. He's a great passer. He's finding open teammates, and when he hurts them with a pass, then they don't know what to do, And so, we're asking a lot of Clay Gaiman. He's undersized a bunch. He's playing against bigger guys. He's one of our best post defenders, if not our best post defender in there as far as three-quarter and doing some really tough things. He's making some 50-50 balls, winning those things, championship plays, and he's starting to really buy into some things that we value around here. The points mean nothing to us. We don't care about points. He got the points because his teammates found him, and he did the right thing. Clay's always been able to put the ball in the basket. It's the other things that we're after Clay about, and I think since he's been starting to do those other things, it's funny how it works, man. The points come, and so Clay's really growing up. He's had a great sophomore year. We're really proud. He's a fun guy to coach. He's got a lot of toughness to him. He's a confident kid, and obviously, he's really come leaps and bounds on the defensive side of the ball and things he's doing for us. So credit to him and credit to his teammates.
Offensively, 13 of 16 the last 2 games from the floor, 6 of 6 the other night, 7 of 10 tonight. And a guy who could be easy to lose here in a blowout victory is Corian Mason. He had 4 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists, a season high. And, Coach, I dug this up. In his last 6 games, he's played 150 total minutes with 1 turnover, and he handles the ball a lot.
Yeah, he does. He does a great job. You know, a lot of that goes to how well he was coached in college. Coach Gillespie is a pretty good ball coach. I don't know if you've heard about him, but he did a really good job with him at Ranger Junior College, and then he played for Mark Downey his freshman year. So both those guys are great coaches, and he's been well coached before he got here. He understands value in the basketball is important. We obviously, that's one of our standards, is value in the basketball. Our team's done a really good job of that the last 3 or 4 games, we didn't during that stretch, for 2 weeks, the SFA, the SAM stretch, and we got to take care of the basketball. We're a lot better team. It makes us better defensively, and also makes us better on the offensive end. We're not letting teams score on us off our turnovers. So, Corion's done a great job of that. I thought tonight he had some really good reads off some broken sets, but just throwing it over the top and pass faking and doing some things that we work on in practice. He's carrying that over to the floor. Corion's played well all year. We need him to continue to be aggressive offensively. We need to continue to take care of the basketball, and we're continuing to challenge him on the defensive end. We think he can be a better defender. Coach Tanner's after him really, really hard on the defensive end of the ball because, we got Rick's, obviously a senior. He's been in the system for a long time, but if we can get Corion on the wing, and Trey's a senior, he knows how to guard on the wing, the better we can be on the wing, that helps us, with teams where they can't run their stuff. So if we can turn some guys over. So proud of Corion, man. He's playing well.
I'm not sure anyone in the league has taken more charges, in fact, than Corion Mason.
And that's gone throughout our program. Reggie does it too, and it's carried over. Joe's taking some charges. Damien's, I think taking a couple here lately. But Rick's is taking some charges. Clay Game is taking some. You could go on down the list of guys that have taken charges, and that starts with Corion and Reggie and the mentality that they both brought here.
So 2 straight wins at home. Now you go on your second 3-game road trip in the last month. You start at Corpus Christi, then you'll go to Houston Baptist and finish that road trip out against Southeastern Louisiana. But in Corpus, not only do you get a coach you respect deeply in Willis Wilson, you get a team that has handed Stephen F. Austin its only loss in conference play, and they took Stephen F. down to the wire again tonight. And they're looking for a little payback after your double-digit win here earlier.
There's no doubt, man. I mean, ton of respect for their staff. Coach Wilson does a great job. We got some great friends on their staff. They've won a lot of basketballs in the league since I've been in this league. I've got a ton of respect for their team and their program. It's a team that's young and they're old. It's kind of weird. They don't have a lot of guys in the middle. They've done a great job with coaching them up. They're still in the mix. They're right there in the fight. They gave us a handful here. We've had no success against them forever. We finally were able to win down there for the first time last year, so we understand how hard it is to play there. We got our hands full. We're going to have to play the best basketball game we've played in a long time to give ourselves a chance to win. We understand that. We know that. We've got 48 hours to prepare for them, and so they've got our respect. There's no question, and we got to go down there and find a way.
ASU goes to 9-4. They stay tied for second place in the loss column in the conference, and for the 5th time in 13 games this year, ASU wins a game in which it at no point in the game trailed. They win it 81-67 over Houston Baptist. For Joe Golding, I'm Grant Boone.